All right, I've had a lot of questions about counting 3 problem 9. Depending on your version of the problem on WebWork, you may have 5 A's, 5 B's, 5 C's, 6 A's, 6 B's, 6 C's, or some other number all the same of A's, B's, and C's. I'll let you read the problem. I'm not going to write it all out here, that'll take too long. All right, the hint is a good hint, and that's the way to figure it out. All right, so the first group could have 0 B's, or 1 B, or 2 B's, or 3 B's, or 4 B's, or 5 B's. In this case, up to 5 because there's 5 B's. All right, so let's look at the first case. So 0 B's in the first group. All right, so we have that's the first group of 5 letters, second group of 5 letters, third group of 5 letters. All right, in this one we're saying there's 0 B's in the first group, right? So, and also the stipulations of problem, right? They say no A's allowed in the first group, no B's allowed in the second group, and no C's allowed in the third group. All right, so in this first possible case where there's 0 B's in the first group, we'd have no B's here. All right, if all we have is A's, B's, and C's to choose from, that means that there's got to be 5 C's there. If there's 5 C's there, and there's no B's in the second group, and no B's in the first group, then we've got to have 5 B's here, and so then we've got to have 5 A's here. So now the way to think of it is in this first group of 5 letters, how many choices do we have for the things that can go there? All right, so think of it as you have, so we're going to do C and R. We have 5 positions, choose 5 of them to be C's. Here we have 5 positions, choose 5 of them to be A's. Here we have 5 positions, choose 5 of them to be B's. All right, now you can literally think of this as like, we have 5 positions, 5 positions, 5 positions. And so for this one, right, we have, so think of this as choices. You got choices, choices, and choices, right? So for this one, you have C55 choices times C55 choices times C55 choices, otherwise known as C55 cubed. All right, now we're separating this into different possible cases. So it's like 0 B's in the first group, or, remember or is thought of as plus with these counting problems. So, or 1 B in the first group. Okay. So 1 B in the first group, same, we'll set this up the same way. We've got 5 positions, 5 positions, 5 positions. So 5 positions, 5 positions, 5 positions. We got no A's, no B's, no C's. Okay, so if we have 1 B in the first group, so put 1 B there. If we have 1 B there, then that means we have to have, and we have no B's in the second group, then we have to have 5 B's there. No, sorry, 4. Right, because we have, I'm sorry, 4 there. right? Because you have 5 B's total, right? So if you have 1 here, then you have to have 4 there to make up for it. All right, so now let's see. Okay, now all we have left for this first group are C's, right? And we have 4 positions left over, so we need 4 C's there. For this last group over here, right? We've got no C's allowed. We've got our B's taken care of, and so the only thing left is A's that could possibly go there. So we have 1A. All right, now that tells us information about what has to go in the middle. Now we can't put B's there, and we have 4 more A's that haven't been accounted for, right? Because we have 1 there, so we have 4 A's, and we have 4 C's there, so that leaves 1 C left to go there. All right, so now the way you can think of this, right, is you could say, okay, this is, you have 5 positions, choose, say, 4 of them to be C's. Here you have 5 positions, choose C, so you have 5 positions, choose 1 of them to be a C, right? Because since there's only 2 choices here, B's and C's, if you choose 4 of them to be C's, however many ways you choose however many of the positions, whichever of the positions you choose to put C's in, that determines where the other B is going to go. Similar for right here, right? Same thing here. We could say this is 5 positions, choose 1 of them to be an A. So then that's C5-4 times, right, remember this is choices, choices, choices. C5-1 times C5-1. Now you could just compute this out, but remember here that, that C5-4 is the same as C5-5 minus 4. 5 minus 4 is 1, so that's C5-1. So you can see they're actually all the same. Yeah, and then the next case, or 2 B's in the first group. And so you go about just doing it exactly the same sort of reasoning that I had there. You'll see a pattern starting to arise when you go do this one and then maybe do the next one. And then that'll help you do the problem. Right, hope that helps.